Okay, good evening everybody. Welcome to the press conference for Belinda Bencic. As always, please raise your hand if you'd like to ask a question. Belinda, quick one for me to start. Nice win this afternoon. If you just talk us through the match this afternoon.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really happy with the win, of course. Was a very close match. Happy with the way I played in the tiebreaks. I stayed brave and stuck to the plan. And I'm really excited to play the semifinals tomorrow. Of course, it doesn't end here, and it's a little bit different because we don't have the day off tomorrow, so I'm already trying to focus on my next match tomorrow.
Just go here in the middle.
Hi Belinda, Fizan here from Quarter Shot. Congratulations. Mirra is a very awkward opponent to have, and you said you stuck to your game plan. What was the game plan to combat her style and also for yourself?
Wouldn't call her awkward. I would call her a player with a lot of variation, which is really nice to see. It's maybe a little bit awkward when you see all the players that are just hitting hard and having not so much variety. So actually I appreciate watching her. Of course, it's more difficult to play her. I thought, or what I did is just studied her a lot last night to see some patterns and some things she's doing, and I felt like I was prepared to play today because I haven't played her in a match before, so didn't really know how that would feel like. So I'm happy with the game plan I came up with.
Just here at the front.
Yeah. How special for you is that you will play in the semis here, and if you could say some words about your next opponent, Iga, because you were playing, as I remember, 2 years ago in Wimbledon for France, and it was a three-setter epic match. And what are your thoughts about that future match?
Yeah, I'm really excited for this match. I think we've had some good matches in the past, and obviously she's a player with a lot of quality, and I'm looking forward to the opportunity to play her again, and I hope I will be prepared as best as I can for tomorrow.
Just here in the middle.
Hi Belinda, congratulations. After the arm injury and you missed Roland Garros, you lost early in Bad Homburg. Can you tell us what you did in between Bad Homburg and here at Wimbledon? Were you training with Ian in the UK?
Yeah, we stayed a couple of days in Bad Homburg because we just, I had my hitting partner there, and we just did a lot of practice and trying to get used to, not used to the grass, but before Bad Homburg I wasn't able to practice as much as I wanted, so we kind of tried to push a little bit more, and then also here have some quality practices, and I felt like I got better every day, so that's what we did.
Just here on the left.
Congratulations on the win. You were serving for the match and you got broken, but you managed to regroup and play a really excellent tiebreak. How did you manage to do that, and what was going through your head at the time?
I don't know. I try to forget some setbacks and some games that you fail to serve or to return. I try to forget it really quickly. I think as a tennis player you need to do that. And just, try to be also ready if I don't win the second set to go for a third one. I think that's all you can do in this moment. And I think that's it.
Just here.
It's been 45 years since a mother won Wimbledon. I don't know if you're aware of that stat. And if you were to do it, how inspiring do you think that would be for other women who might become mothers?
I play my semi-final first, and then we can talk.
Ben?
Congratulations, Belinda. This match with you and Iga will be two former junior champions here because she won juniors as well as you. I'm curious, juniors is obviously played during the second week of the tournament, so the grass is a little bit different. And so I'm curious, your experiences having been here a lot and as juniors, how different do you find the surface in the second week of the tournament now, going deep into it? All the grass worn away. Some people say it's more like a clay court almost. Like how do you find the changes over the course of the tournament?
I think it's a little bit of a difference that the first few days I find the grass a little bit more slippery and a little bit more difficult to move maybe. So I'm actually a little bit happier when it's a little bit worn out, and I call it warmed up. For sure it's been a little bit different this year. It's been really hot the first few days, but I still think these courts have amazing quality. So I don't find that there is a lot of bad bounces or something different. So for me it's actually really nice, and of course, every grass court is different. Also, when you practice in Orangi, it's not the same, but I think you adapt to it really quickly. So, yeah.
Willie?
You spoke a bit about facing Iga. What would you say are the biggest similarities and differences in your games?
I don't think we play similar at all. I think she plays very physical and puts a lot of spin on the ball. And I think I take the ball really early, play a little bit more flat. So I mean, it's going to be a very interesting game to also see. And I think we played a few times, and it was a good match. So hopefully for the same. And I think I didn't have enough time yet to think about her too much. So I will take some time this evening to make up a tactic again.
Just here in the middle.
Hi, congratulations. So you talked about the plan, like a tactic against the Mirra quite precisely, but some player would say that they like to focus on yourself more like your opponent, and some player would say that they like to follow your instinct. But how about you? How important for you to prepare the tactic and analyze your opponent?
I think it's a little bit of both. I really, try to have a plan when I go on the court. I don't like just going out and kind of freestyling it. I like to be clear about what I'm going to do. But of course, you have to stick to yourself also and stick to your game. But I think what I do well maybe all my career is try to adapt to the different opponent and try to be able to also play a little bit different and have a few plans what to do. So I'm not a player that just goes like plan A, doesn't matter what happens. So I'm able to adapt to my opponent, and I think that's what makes my game.
Again in the middle.
Congratulations. I was watching you today warming up, and I was wondering how you manage with your daughter the atmosphere of your concentration before a match like this. What changed after the last years? It looks like you were relaxed, and I was thinking it could happen the opposite, managing this situation.
I don't know. I feel like I'm still focused. It's just different. Yeah.
After a minute, everything was okay, and you were really excited for
Yeah,
the
I think
calm.
it's just really natural at this point. It's not something that takes away my focus, and sometimes I think it's even better when I'm not too focused. I don't feel so nervous before the match, and I'm just, doing what I have to do. It's not something that is calculated, I would say. It's just very natural, and then I am able to switch on when I'm on the court and be focused.
So last one in English, Molly.
Hi, congrats on the win. You were talking a little bit about how you plan for a match, and I'm just intrigued. When you go home tonight, do you write those plans down? I imagine you're watching footage of Iga as well, but are you the type of person that writes out what you're thinking, or is it more talking about it with your team? What's the process?
I think it's more talking about it, and I would say I'm more like a visual person. So even without me trying like to lie down and visualize, I automatically do it. So I'm not so much of a writer. For me, it's more like imagining some plays. For me, it's important to do it before I go to sleep, and then while I'm falling asleep, I kind of go through it unconsciously. So I think it's something that happens natural, and then I'm able to kind of like memorize it a little bit, and yeah. Dream. Well, let's not go too far. I hope I have some different dreams than my next match.
Okay, we'll move to questions for the Swiss media. Any Swiss media? Yeah,
Thank
go
you.
ahead. Go ahead.